Hello, hello! Welcome, Pomodachis. Oh my god, I cannot believe what happened during the last stream. Jesus. I have had some pretty big internet and power issues for the past month, maybe longer. I don't know, but I never expected that to actually happen on stream, right? Oh my god, what a nightmare. Jesus. Yeah, I've said this before. I think every VTuber has some level of scuff, but honestly, I feel like most of the scuff isn't usually even my fault. Like, it's circumstances beyond my control. For example, a typhoon comes and I have to cancel the stream. My internet randomly goes out. There's, no internet or electricity in the walls. I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like I'm a scuff magnet. I don't know why, because I think I usually am pretty prepared for streams generally, but scuff seems to like me a lot. I don't really like it. You know, the feeling is not mutual. Radioactive, I don't know why. Well, that's the thing. If my house was also radioactively powered, this would not be happening. This would not be a problem, I think. But unfortunately, laws exist that don't let me build my own radioactive nuclear power plant inside my house. Messed up. But meowdy everybody, hello Caleb, hello Ari, hello Red Conscript, Fuzzy Mandrake. Yeah, I see that there's a lot of chatting going on before the stream, so I can't scroll up to the top and see everybody. Hi Missy and Kozaku, welcome, welcome, welcome. The Funa family is especially cursed with scuff, but such is life. Maybe it's because our mama is a ghost? So maybe we're just haunted or something. I don't know. If you guys have any theories, let me know. Meowdy, Cooler, hello, hello. Ola the the Neko, hello, hello, welcome. Yeah, so I was talking about it a little bit in the Discord earlier. Essentially, what happened, if you were not there, because I have scrubbed the internet of all copies during the parasocial stream, my power went out about like 30 minutes into the game. I'm not sure exactly how early it was, but around 30 minutes into the game, my power completely turned off, and basically my screen went black. My lights didn't turn off in my room at all, because it was just isolated to the wall that my computer is plugged into. So I was thinking, oh, I guess something bad happened, and then I looked at my other monitor, and it was also off, and I thought, oh shit. This should not be happening. This isn't just a gameplay feature. So, yeah, it took like 3 hours, I think, to get something working with plugging my computer into the bathroom. Not ideal. Not the best way to set everything up. But I was very sad because I was excited to play Parasocial. Though, honestly, looking back on it, maybe it wasn't even such a bad thing. Because Parasocial was kind of spooky-ooky, and also, I didn't like the minigame that I had to play on the computer. That one really made me angry. Meowdy, Yoni! Oh my god, hello, hello! Oh, that sounds really spooky. I would have thought my computer broke. Yeah, I think I heard my parents say something when their TV turned off, because a lot of times they watch TV like on super, super low settings when I'm streaming. And so when that happened, I walked outside and I saw that their TV was off, and I was like, there's no way that these people would ever voluntarily turn off their TV. So I said, is the power out? And they said, yeah, just over here, and I guess in your room too. So, yeah, the power was completely out. I had to end the stream. It was very, very sad. Oh, still just one wall in the house. Did they tell you why that might have happened all of a sudden? Oh, also, Meowdy Roro, hello, hello. And then you told Caleb to do it? No, I didn't tell Caleb. I told Fuzzy Mandrake. Yeah, I told Fuzzy Mandrake, not Caleb. But basically, what had happened was there was something weird going on. We thought that it was, like, the wiring inside of the walls, because we kept on turning on and off the power switches or whatever outside. I don't remember exactly what they're called. But we did that. It didn't work. We called an electrician. They took a look at our grid, and they didn't see anything going on with that, so they thought it was probably in the walls. But apparently there was, like, a second area that had, like, electrical switches. What are they called again? Where you turn on and off the thing. What is the name of that? I don't know, but basically there was, like, a secret, like, some secret area where part of this house had to be turned on or something. I don't know. There was some crap that they did. I don't pretend to understand it. The generator room? No. It wasn't the generator room. It was like, there was something weird. I was not really super involved with them fixing it. That was somebody that my landlady called over, and my mom. So I don't fully understand all of what happened, but it was a pretty easy fix. It was easier than taking down the whole wall and rebuilding it. But it's not something that we would have been able to fix ourselves, though. Because the way that my house is set up is the epitome of scuff. Very much, plugs in places that they shouldn't be, outlets, like, on the top of the roof type of stuff, where this does not seem to be the ideal place to put an outlet, to say the least. And then also with, the bathtub and the shower, the one that makes the water hot and the one that makes the water cold are on different sides. For a lot of the switches, the on and off switches in the house, they're on the wrong way. So you know how normally when you go down, it turns something off, and when you go up, it turns something on? In every single room in my house, the rule will be different. Sometimes it will work, and other times it won't. I think in my room, let me check and see. In my room, it's like a sideways switch, but yeah, for a lot of them, there's no rhyme or reason. None of it makes sense. Oh, right, there's no music. Oh, let me turn it back on. Whoops. There we go. Wait, so where was that place? Also, I see Poe lives by the scuff both in stream and IRL. Sounds like you live in a fun house. Hello, got any funky mirrors? No funky mirrors. I have just one in here. I actually had to get the mirror taken off of one of my closets in my house. Yeah, it used to be like a mirror wall type of thing, and it just kept breaking. You know, I guess it was just too beautiful. No, the mirror wouldn't break, but the hinges that the door was on would break. So now I just have like a completely open closet. It's still kind of small, but, you know, it fits most of my clothes in there. I believe that the one funky mirror is the computer monitor. That's true, it is kind of funky looking at. Yeah, my house is definitely kind of weird in that sense. There are some other things too. Probably plenty of stuff that I don't even know about that also just does not make sense in my house. Recently, I've been watching this TikTok series. I literally just downloaded TikTok to look at this series, but it's like things in my Japanese house that just make sense. And it's like all of this nice stuff in her house that is really, really good and really efficient and really clean and just very well designed. I'm like, God damn, my house is so poorly thought out. Like, oh my god. But you know what? It's good enough for now. The rent's low compared to most areas in my area, but I wish that it was a little bit better designed. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh man, I missed Poe's power going out. Trust me, it was not fun. You did not want to be there. It was not fun. Yeah, I deleted the video afterwards. I privated it because, you know, that's not a good representation of me. I don't want people thinking that my power's just going off all the time, even though it kind of is. Or at least it has been in the last month. I think it's gone out like 2 times. Oh. Prior to that, it wouldn't really do that though. Are you talking about that Feng Shui guy? No, it's a girl. It's a girl this time. But I'm just glad that it's over for now. I'm sure there will be some problem next week. Oh, speaking of problems, but this one's kind of created by myself. I wanted to get like a face peel type of treatment, like a laser on my face to make my skin look even smoother. I mean, I know it looks pretty smooth, right? But it can always be smoother. So I'm getting this face treatment over the weekend that's gonna probably be really good for my skin, but it's gonna make my skin super peely and sad for like a week to a week and a half. Have any of you guys ever done anything like painful for beauty? I feel like it's really a lot less common for guys to do stuff like that. Like, the beauty is pain thing, I hear a lot more girls saying than guys. But I think this will be one of the more painful things that I do for beauty, at least in my life. You know, yeah, because it can be painful sometimes. Some of it can range from like getting your eyebrows plucked, which is like mainly just a little bit uncomfortable. You know, not super painful, but kind of uncomfortable. Getting like waxing or laser hair removal, that can be a little bit painful. But I think this is one of the more things I'm a little bit scared of to do. It shouldn't be too bad though. I feel like getting plastic surgery where like you get your nose job or like your boob job or something like that would be a lot more nerve-wracking. I don't think I'm ever gonna do something like that. I don't really want to do anything like that. But just seeing how bruised those poor people look, ooh, that's rough. Yeah. I know also with even like smaller procedures like Botox or whatever, I don't think it's super painful, but the idea of getting a needle that close to your face and getting something injected into it, I don't know, it might not be super painful, but it does sound super scary. I would have to close my eyes if I were to do that, for sure. I would not want to see it. Bathes in acid for the sake of beauty. Man, beauty be wild. Oh yeah, waxing too. Why hurt myself to look good when I'm already looking stunning? I get you, Cooler Soup. The thing is, even when you're as stunning as I am, you can even be more stunning. But you have to sacrifice. You have to give up your soul for beauty. Not exactly, but, you know, there's a degree of things. Botox just scares me because you're literally, like, injecting yourself. Yeah, that's true. You're actually paralyzing the muscles in usually your face. Apparently it can be really good for certain things, though. Like, my cousin gets migraines, so she likes to inject Botox into like the temples and like middle part of her face. I don't know, like near the what's the area in the T-zone where it's like right in between your eyebrows. Yeah, she likes to get right in between her eyebrows on the temples, and apparently it helps with migraines. I don't really know the science behind it, but generally I believe her. Meowdy Neffer, hello. Oh shoot, is that what Botox is? That's horrible. I mean, it sounds horrible, but it can be good in some cases if you want to prevent aging. Because if you aren't moving your face, it sounds so bad. If your face isn't able to move, then it's more difficult to get wrinkles. But it is kind of true. I still think, though, having expression in your face is better than not having a single wrinkle on your face. There's now a trend that you can hit your face with a hammer to look good. I don't know if I believe that, but if that trend did exist, it would probably be inspired by Squidward. Remember when he was getting his face hit with the door? And he progressively kept on becoming more handsome? Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Also, I did not know what Botox was until now, and now I am traumatized. I mean, it's kind of scary, but I think that there's also not Botox, but there is botulism in honey. So do not be feeding honey to your babies if you guys have any. I mean, actually, who am I kidding? None of you guys have kids. But if you do come across any kids, do not give them honey if they're babies. You can give honey to, like, I don't know, 3-year-olds probably, but don't be giving them to any people that are younger than 2. I mean, it might be a little bit younger than that you can give it to them, but I don't really know all the science behind it. But yeah, there's the botulism component. I don't remember if it's like a virus or something like that, but there is botulism in honey. So you don't want to paralyze your kid. I'm her chibi mama. I mean, Rishi's kind of like my kid in a way. Yeah, that's kind of weird. You're like her sister mom. Remember when Mr. Krabs tried to make him handsome again? Did Mr. Krabs do that? I thought that was just, was that SpongeBob or Mr. Krabs? I don't remember. It's a mold. Oh, okay, it's a bacteria. I see, I forgot. Yeah. Do not recommend doing that. I mean, unless you want to poison children, if that's your thing. Also, Meowdy Tina, hello. Oh, I'm not good, but I want to drop in and say hi and tell everyone to have fun for me. I will try and have as much fun as I can in your stead, Tina. Get well soon. Yeah, not fun. I also feel a little bit sick as well. Maybe you guys hear it, but my voice sounds a little bit off today. I don't know why, though. I had, like, tea and everything. Nothing particularly bad happened. I didn't cough or anything, but don't feel the best either. Yeah, botulism is weird. Speaking of beauty being pain, though, I think the second most painful thing I probably ever did was, like, laser hair removal. I think that the technology on that, though, has improved, like, even more now, though. It's pretty good. I would recommend it. I don't think it's able to get rid of, like, every single hair on your body, so you weren't, like, totally hairless, but in my experience, it got rid of, like, 70%? I don't know, 60 to 70%? Apparently it gets better with, like, the more sessions that you do, so, like, you have to go in every so often to get it done. But for anybody in the chat that's interested, it's really not so bad. It's kind of like getting flicked a bit for like 15 minutes straight. It's not fun, but it's tolerable. Meowdy White Bear, hello, welcome. My voice is off from screaming all day. Oh geez, what were you screaming about? Apparently somebody at my work was screaming at my boss that I heard about. That I don't think is going to end too well for them. Yeah, I do not envy that person. I'm sure that something kind of frustrating happened, but not a good idea. I'm worried Cooler, hope it wasn't serious? I don't know. I scream a lot of the time. It's not because of anything serious. Just playing video games. Or just singing a bunch. Yeah, I'm not technically screaming, but I am being pretty loud, so sometimes I do have some, like, residual throat hurt from that. I was screaming about a new Dragon Ball anime that was announced today, and it actually looks good. Oh! Poe the casual screamer. Nah. I'm not a casual. I'm a pro. I'm a pro screamer. That's right. New Dragon Ball anime. Let me look it up. I actually never watched any of the Dragon Balls. I would watch, like, quick overviews about what happened. And I watched the Broly movie. But that's pretty much the extent of Dragon Ball that I've watched. It's pretty fun, but I feel like all Dragon Ball is kind of the same. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All the same. It's called Dragon Ball Daima. Look it up. Is Goku the main character again? Oh. They look like they're babies. What? What is this? Do any of you guys remember the Baby Looney Tunes show? Where all of the Looney Tunes were turned into babies? Or like Teen Titans, but they were all babies for some reason. That's what this reminds me of. Maybe just the art style though? But, I mean, I'm glad you're excited about it. I know for me though, I would not be excited if they took something I liked and then they just turned them into babies. I would be kind of worried. Just a little bit. The babyfication of media, for real. They're trying to appeal to all these Zoomers by making things into babies. Tiny Toons. It's not the first time. I don't think I've ever seen any anime do that. I mean, I've seen them do like chibi versions of anime, but I haven't really seen them ever do baby versions. I don't really know who the audience is, though, for baby shows like that, where it's a show that generally adults, or like, let's just say middle schoolers and up really enjoy. I get that they're trying to probably appeal to a new demographic, but I think that they're really alienating their target demographic, right? Dragon Ball GT turned Goku into a kid. Anyone remember Rugrats all grown up? Boy, that was weird. Oh geez, that's a reverse problem. I don't think I ever watched any of the Rugrats grown up version. I just watched like the regular Rugrats and the Rugrats movie. Let me look up Dragon Ball GT, excuse me. We Baby Bears? Oh my god, how many times have they done this? They can't keep getting away with it, I swear. They also did it with Total Drama Island. How many baby shows are there? Do these shows just keep on making money? Because I swear to god, they get like canceled after 1 or 2 seasons. So why do people keep on doing it? Is it really profitable? Is it? The original Dragon Ball is the best one. I haven't watched it, so I can't say, but that's definitely the one I've heard the most about. Brother, yeah, how many and how have I never heard of any of them? I think you've just been shielded from the media. There was a SpongeBob show where SpongeBob became younger. Oh, thank God I've never seen that. I'm glad I stopped watching SpongeBob when it was getting worse. I think I stopped watching SpongeBob in like, 2010? Maybe a little bit earlier or a little bit later. But I feel like SpongeBob really became worse after I was 10. And I don't think it was like a maturity sort of thing. I think that the new SpongeBob episodes just were not as good. Because it reminds me so much of the OG Dragon Ball where Goku is younger. Well, you know, you're allowed to like bad things, Cooler Soup. That's okay. We will be judging you for it, though. We will. No, but maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. I just know that usually these shows never really turn out to be as good as people hope. Same for Tom and Jerry, but maybe it's just me. Oh yeah, they did do that with Tom and Jerry too. Jeez. How many times are they gonna make baby shows of things? What's next? Friggin' baby Breaking Bad? I would actually watch that though. I would. I would watch it. But what is next? Seriously. And the movie was amazing? Wait, what movie? SpongeBob got worse after the movie because the movie was supposed to end the show? Really? The movie was supposed to be the finale of SpongeBob? Let me look this up. I'm gonna need to fact check this. Because I don't think that they would have killed their cash cow that easily. SpongeBob movie was supposed to end the series. The film originally intended to serve as the series finale, but Nickelodeon ordered more episodes of the series as it had become increasingly profitable. Huh. So Hillenburg resigned as the showrunner. Who the heck is Hillenburg? Hillenburg SpongeBob. Oh, I have no idea who this is. I was thinking maybe it was like a voice actor or something, but I think that the whole original cast is still voicing them, right? The movie is the canonic end of SpongeBob. Everything else technically takes place before it in the timeline. Really? Oh, that's some weird Inception type stuff. Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob. I see. I never knew. Oh geez, apparently he died. Ooh. Scary. Sad. I guess that's why it became worse, because he wasn't writing for the show anymore. SpongeBob is such an enigma though, like how did it become so popular? I mean, obviously because the writing was good and the characters were good and the animation was fun, but it's such a unique concept, and sometimes things that are more creative are looked down upon more than just basic random stuff. Like, I don't know. I know people love their iCarlys, but I feel like iCarly was mid. And so are the other iCarly-ish shows, like Victorious and, I don't know, the one with Sam and the other Drake and Josh. All those, I hated that stuff. Honestly, I really just disliked seeing real-life people on the screen when I was younger. Particularly in, like, cheesy, shitty kid shows. But just in general, I preferred anime and cartoons way over. Classic story where a series is intended to end at a certain point, but the profitability makes suits lose their minds and keep pushing it past the point it should end. See Supernatural. Oh, geez. Yeah. For me, when a show has gotten to that sort of point, what I prefer that they do, even if I'm not necessarily gonna like it more, I would rather they just make a spin-off show. Like, same universe, you can have similar-ish mechanics, but like, have it be a different cast. Have it be different somehow, because then you can still cash in on some of that hype, but you won't be tarnishing the reputation of the original show. Because even if a spin-off is bad, nobody really cares that much. For example, Soul Eater. I'm not sure if any of you guys saw Soul Eater before, but it was a very, very popular anime in like the early 2010s, I think? Yeah, 2010s. But Soul Eater was really, really good. And I think it went on an appropriate amount of time. They didn't keep it going for like an outrageous number of seasons. How many seasons was Soul Eater again? It says it aired from 2008 to 2009. Yeah, so it wasn't too long. They knew when to end it. But then they did Soul Eater Not. And I know a lot of people did not like Soul Eater Not, but imagine if they did all of this stuff in Soul Eater Not, but it was just the original characters. And it was because it was continuing. I know Soul Eater Not like had cameos of the old Soul Eater characters, but they weren't like the main focus, right? Soul Eater Not was good. Really? I heard most people hated it. I didn't really watch Soul Eater Not, so I can't say if it was super good or super bad. But I do know that a lot of fans of Soul Eater did complain about it. Which makes me think it probably wasn't super good. Because, let's be real, anime fans have like the lowest standards for some stuff. So if even they are upset about something, or upset about a sequel, then it probably is pretty darn garbage. Like, anime fans are really bad at telling when things are good, but if even anime fans are calling something bad, then you know it's hot ass. Soul Eater has a continuation. Wait, Soul Eater had a prequel? I don't know if Soul Eater Not was a prequel or not, but I think it was just a spin-off. Which I think is better. Even if it is really shitty and really bad and nobody likes it, because you aren't tarnishing the original. I think that more shows that want to cash in on the name recognition should just do spin-offs. But do not try and make those spin-offs seem as though they are more canon than the original. Cough, cough. Magia record. Don't do that. Don't. What can you say about manga? I don't know. I think that manga can get away with being longer. Because you're just able to read manga so much faster. Like, let's take One Piece for example. How long does it take to read the One Piece manga versus watch the entire One Piece show? I'm actually gonna look that up. How long does it take to read the One Piece manga? Okay. It's saying little less than 142 hours of reading. How long does it take to watch One Piece? 340 hours. Okay, so it is less than half? Yeah, less than half as long to read it. And if you think about it too, the One Piece manga is totally going to have more content than the anime, or at least I think it will. Because usually the anime follows the plot of the manga, right? So I think that you can kind of get away with pumping it full a lot more, just because you're gonna take a lot less time to read it. Will it? Filler exist? I mean, of course I'm not saying that I think that filler in manga is good. I'm just saying that I think that it's less bad when you have filler in manga versus in anime, because you can get through it a lot faster. Also, I thought you were gonna go with don't make the spin-offs babies. You missed the continuation. That's true. That's one sort of spin-off that I don't agree with. Though, I feel like the whole thing, when I'm talking about spin-offs, I'm referring to like a new cast of characters. Not like the same cast of characters, but older or younger in the case of babies. I'm referring to like, take, I don't know, what's a really popular show? Take Breaking Bad or something. And then you make frickin' Saul Goodman. It's a spin-off. It has an almost entirely new cast of characters. Because it's in the same universe. There are tangential and, you know, large connections there, but it's still its own show. And I think, you know, yeah, that requires more creativity, so people aren't going to do it because they're lazy, but I think that that's so much better than just, oh, we're going to make Breaking Bad last 10 years and Walter White's never going to get caught. Jesse, we have to poopy in our diapers. Yeah, that I would not want to watch. I mean, I would watch it for the cringe. At least it's not Netflix's Death Note or Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that's another thing too. That's like just changing the medium entirely. And I think that I would like to see more really good anime live actions, because I think that they can do it. But they just usually don't. Usually they don't. I've heard, though, that the One Piece adaptation was pretty good. I'm not sure if that's true. Have any of you guys watched it? Was it any good? They did make a baby version of Saul Goodman, though. Did they? Breaking Bad puts Walter White in college learning to become a chemistry teacher and detailing how he used to cook drugs but completely forgot. Damn. Walter White was doing some crazy drugs in college then. He just forgot it. It's called Slippin' Jimmy. Oh yeah, the Slippin' Jimmy. I still need to finish the Saul Goodman show though. Oh god, wait. What is this? Oh my gosh, this is a cartoon version of Better Call Saul. Oh no. I forgot about this. I didn't even know that this existed. I mean, I'm glad that they did this in cartoon form and didn't force the actual actor to do that, because that would be pretty embarrassing. Oh, meowdy Sarah, hello, hello. There were some moments I thought were okay and some parts were awkward. Not just a baby spin-off, but a cartoon. Honestly though, I feel like it would be more interesting if they used actual babies. Like, you couldn't do it morally, right? But it would be kind of fun. It would be. Oh, speaking of which though, speaking of babies, I actually unironically and ironically like the Boss Baby movie. It's so bad that it's actually good. Like, with Boss Baby, obviously the story's not very good, and it doesn't have very good animation either. But for me, I think I like it just because it has Alec Baldwin voicing the Boss Baby, and somehow I just find that so hilarious. Oh my god, poor Alec Baldwin though. You guys know what happened with that? Apparently he accidentally shot somebody on the set of some show. Yeah, but this was after Boss Baby, so the Boss Baby was not involved in any of this. Yeah, but Boss Baby was funny because of Alec Baldwin. He was like the only good thing about the show, really, thinking about it. But he did do a good job. I've heard a lot of people complain about like really famous people taking away jobs from like voice actors and stuff like that. And I think that generally I prefer having voice actors over, you know, just overhyped celebrities. But in the case of Boss Baby, I think that it really worked. Because we associate this smug thing with Alec Baldwin. And also just because Alec Baldwin, I feel like, is actually a pretty good voice actor. But yeah, I think that in general, we should get more voice actors inside of these animated movies, and also video games, over just famous people. Like Megan Fox, I'm not sure if you guys saw recently. Megan Fox was like voice acting inside of some game, I don't remember what the name of it was, but she didn't really do that good of a job. I feel like even I could do a better job. I'm not sure if you guys ever watched my my streams doing the Grey Garden, but I'm a bit of a voice actor myself sometimes. Mortal Kombat, Kick W, and yes, Megan did a horrible job. Like, I can't even really blame Megan. Like, it's not Megan's fault that she didn't do very well, but, you know, she doesn't have the experience of being a voice actress. And she's gonna take the job if it pays well enough and if she's interested in it. Like, I can't fault her. Like, she's not the one to blame. It's the people that hired her. And you already know these people only hired her because she's Megan Fox. Because she definitely cost more than, like, some industry, even probably, like, some industry legend. Like, if they got, let's just say they got Tara Song, is that her name? Or Tara Strong? Like, she's a really famous voice actress. Yeah, it's Tara Strong. She voiced, I think, Twilight Sparkle, Timmy Turner, Harley Quinn. Like, she's what you would probably call an A-lister in terms of the voice acting community. I bet that frickin' Tara Strong would have been less expensive than Megan Fox, and obviously she would have done a better job. How come her voice as Megan from Family Guy is better than Mortal Kombat? I remember there's an anime that's made according to Roadside Picnic of Sertaraski brothers. If NetherRealm Studios was interested in making a quality game, they wouldn't keep making Mortal Kombat. That's true. That's true. I wish that more people would just make original games and original series and original movies, but they're just too scared. They're too scared. They're like, no, we gotta make Frozen 3. We can't have there be a new Disney princess. We're too scared. There probably is. Wait, is there already a Frozen 3? Frozen 3 has been officially confirmed by the CEO of Disney. Oh my god. It's not even like Toy Story. Because with Toy Story, it was fun and it was fresh and new every time. Because, you know, Andy was getting older. And it did actually tell a true story in that sense. Like, it became more mature with the audience growing up as they watch it. Because when you first watch Toy Story, unless you're like a person who's really into animation, you probably were young when you first watched Toy Story. And then you continue to watch Toy Story. And so you're growing up with the characters. And that's why the first Toy Story is less emotional and less mature than, like, Toy Story 4. Or was it Toy Story 3? What's the one that had the bear in it? Which one had the bear? Lotso Huggin' Bear. Toy Story 3. Yeah, like, I think having things like that where you remake the movie is fine. But, like, with Frozen, nobody... Like, the Frozen characters aren't growing up that much, from what I remember. Toy Story 4. Oh, also, Meowdy, Kendra, hello, hello. 3 was supposed to be the end. Actually, I don't know if I watched Toy Story 4 and Toy 5. What even happened in Toy Story 4? Did I watch this? Oh, yeah, I did watch Toy Story 4. I remember it not really being that good. This is the one where they went to, like, the carnival or whatever. Like, it was fine. It wasn't bad. It was kind of interesting with, like, the fork character. But what happened in Toy Story 5? Oh, this isn't out yet. This is going to come out. Okay, maybe they don't need to make a Toy Story 5. I'll say that. Maybe it should have ended at 3. But still, I understand them making sequels. With Frozen... That's purely a money move. There's nothing left to tell in the Frozen story. You know? It should have ended after the first one. I heard they're making a Princess and the Frog live-action movie. Oh, they need to stop making fucking live-action movies. That's another thing, too. Not everything needs to be remade. Ugh. Especially when they just remake it and make it worse. Like, if you're remaking something, it's supposed to be better than the original. So why is it worse? Because the people are less creative and also because they just don't really do that good of a job. They either aren't... they don't, like, take enough inspiration from the original story, or they try and, like, make it something new, but just worse. Enough with the live actions. I know, I can't stand it. I really can't. Rumpelstiltskin traps Shrek in the story world. Oh yeah, that was one of the Shrek movies I would like to forget. But Shrek 1, Shrek 2, was it Shrek 3 that had Rumpelstiltskin? What was the one that had the prince in it? Shrek 3, Shrek 4. Oh, that was Shrek 4. Maybe it's just like something about the 4th movie in a series where it's just really, really bad. I think for a lot of these animated shows, we aren't at the point where we're at the 5th version. So maybe after the 5th one comes out, everybody's gonna be like, wow, the 4th movie was actually really, really good because they're gonna be comparing it to the 5th. One Piece live action is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. I actually love that part. That was my favorite part of the movie. There are too many anime live actions that were not really good. I haven't really watched that many live action animes. I feel like they're always just super, super cheesy. I mean, even the Japanese ones. Like, live action Western ones are just shitty because they butcher the story and make it all crappy. Not every time, but, you know, most of the time. And then live action Japanese ones just feel super, super cheesy. Partially because I think, like, when you take something from an anime and you do make it the same, it also is going to be a little bit cheesier seeming. It's like, maybe you shouldn't take it and turn it into a live action then. I think it has to be like a very particular type of show in order to make it into a successful live action. I think Luffy in the live action version being autistic is a good depiction of him being real. Was he autistic? I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I'm not sure if he had autism or not. Animation just doesn't work well in live actual without limiting things heavily. Yeah. It's a fine balance, and I think that it shouldn't be attempted by most people making movies. They should just come up with unique things to turn into movies. It's so funny, like, I do feel bad for the people in Hollywood, the writers in Hollywood being on strike, but to be honest, they've been doing a really shitty job. They really have been. Like, a lot of these shows that they are writing are kind of ass anyways. Like, maybe they should just freaking hire new people. I do want them to be paid more, though. But I don't think it's because they were being paid too little that the shows were all shitty. Maybe the shows are going to become even worse now, though. I don't know. The writers are no longer on strike. Oh, really? Did they get what they wanted? Or did they just give up? I hope that they got paid more, even if they are making shitty movies. Just because they do deserve to get paid well for their time. But more than that, though, I wish that they would hire better people. It's sort of the same thing for me, like, in regards to Hollywood writers. I think Hollywood writers should be paid really, really well, because they are making the studio a lot of money. And because they are an important backbone of the entire movie itself. But, with that being said, a lot of them don't really deserve to be paid much at all because they're doing such terrible jobs. Another place that I wish people were paid more to do, but also people were better at doing and hiring, be like teachers. Because a lot of teachers are really, really great, and then a lot of them are really, really horrible. There isn't really a ton in the middle of just meh teachers. I feel like if you're a teacher, you're probably one or the other, good or bad. I mean, some are in the middle, but I think that it's a more polarizing job than a lot of others. Also, Meowdy Snake Guy, hello, hello. IRC, the wage thing wasn't an issue. The problem was that they wanted like 22 writers per show / movie. Please hire writers that have been to school, for God's sake. They should get paid when they turn out quality instead of what we get. I mean, I think that they should be paid regardless, but I think if they do shitty work, they should just be fired and replaced. I mean, because tons of people want to write for Hollywood. Like, they should make it more competitive. That's one scene where I think it could benefit from more competition. I know that so many jobs nowadays are uber, mega competitive, and that has been a huge problem. But I feel like if you're doing a job in show business, whether that be like as an actor, as a singer, as a writer, it should be super, super competitive, because that's what everybody wants to do. That's what all the fun stuff is. It should be competitive, I think. Or more so than it is now. I am going to turn on the light really quick because the light in my room is off. Not because the power went off, just because I forgot to turn it on. Alrighty, I'm back. I'm looking at you, Netflix Witcher, you toxic fucks. You had the easiest job in the world. Heard people are moving on and watching Korean shows and movies. I need to watch more Korean shows. There are some pretty good ones. I do feel like they do rely on some pretty cheesy stuff, though. Like, I like Korean shows. I did enjoy the Squib Game. And I think I've watched a few other Korean shows. I don't really remember the names. But, you know, they seem decent, but they definitely rely on, like, a lot of tropes that I'm not usually a huge fan of. Right? And now video game folk are on strike too? Are they? I thought that... Is there a video game worker strike? I thought that it was like they just weren't using Unity because of the crap that they did. Let me look this up. Yeah, they got Henry Calvin to leave The Witcher because they all went in a different direction. I'm disappointed because Henry wanted to do the show right by the games and books. That is sad. Mortal Kombat 2 gets disappointing update as actors' strike continues. Huh. Why video game voice actors are ready to strike over AI. Yeah, that's another thing too. The AI writers. I don't think that AI usually has done a super great job in terms of anything artistic. Like, in terms of writing creative scripts, I don't think that AI is really the best. I think that AI can be pretty bad just at doing things in general. Like when you ask the AI, how do I do this? It's able to give like a very boilerplate answer, but sometimes it gets stuff wrong. I don't really think it's really that good. And I don't think it'd be very good at doing like creative stuff either. Like maybe as a tool rather than as the sole writer. But goddamn, I still think that the AI could probably do a better job writing some of this stuff. And AI could make a better remake of Death Note. AI is basically good for making a general idea / plotline. You need a human to polish it or make the story more consistent. Yeah, I think that AI could be used for something like that. I still feel like, though, coming up with the general idea and plotline is like one of the more fun parts. Like setting up the world, right? Coming up with the setting and all that kind of stuff. I feel like you don't really need an AI to do that because I think that's the easiest part, right? Or at least it's the first step. Not totally sure, though. It's been years since I've read the books, but I love the third and second game. Of what? AI stuff apparently is used for apology letters now too. God. When the Gollum game, dev said an apology for how the game turned out. The letter was written by ChatGPT. What's wrong with people? What's wrong with people that they can't even write a fucking apology letter? That's another thing too. Like, people using AI to do their college or just class assignments in general. Oh god, we are so fucked. And yeah, people using it to write apology letters and write apology scripts. Like, if you aren't sorry, even if you did something wrong, it would be a lot more respectable if you were just to admit it than fake an apology. I can't stand it when people fake apologies. And like, if somebody wants me to apologize when I'm not sorry, like, I will just refuse. Like, I'm not sorry, I'm not going to apologize. The letter didn't even spell the game name right. Nobody proofread it? Don't they have a whole ass team? I mean, it doesn't look like they had a team because the Gollum game looks so hideous. But they should have a team for that. Do you remember how they found out that they used ChatGPT to write that? Because now I'm curious. How did people even know that? Did you see the state of the game? They didn't proof any part of it. That is true. Just sad. I don't know. I know a lot of people just didn't like the concept of playing Gollum in a video game. Because, you know, Gollum wasn't the most popular character and it also doesn't really sound like the most entertaining and fun character to play as. But I feel like you could still make a good game with Gollum as the main character. I do feel like Gollum's an interesting enough character that you could actually make a pretty good game. But they definitely didn't. Also, my phone is getting too hot. Oh no. Okay, I need to let my phone cool down for a little bit. I'm gonna put this on it. Actually, that might not be good. I'm getting debut vibes all over again. In an interview with the game devs a little while ago, they mentioned the higher-ups were the ones who made the apology without them, that they IRC use a chatbot for it. Poneko Golem Endurance stream win? That will never happen. No. I know a lot of people that enjoy playing shitty games just because they think it's hilarious how shitty the games are, but I'm not that kind of person. I get very upset when I play shitty games and watch shitty things. Like, when I sometimes enjoy watching shitty anime. If I'm able to, like, skip through it every so often, I'll probably spend, like, 5 minutes watching this shitty anime. Frozen Po. Oh, what happened? I was just saying earlier, my phone got too hot, so the tracking's off right now. It has to cool down. So I'm waiting for the phone to get less hot. It's because I'm using the, I'm using like a charger that's supposed to charge my phone while I stream, because you guys are always like, oh, Po, your phone dies all the time. And then I told you guys, like, yeah, whenever I use or when I did my debut stream, I did that, and it didn't work. But usually I use this stand and it doesn't have any power, so I guess we know, don't charge your phone while you stream, or else it won't work. Damn, Poe's phone must be like a desert now. Probably. I'm just waiting for it to cool down, so I'll start the tracking and the rigging again soon when it does. I'm checking on it every so often. No, Poe is stuck in an eternally silly face. Honestly, this isn't the worst face that it could have been on. I've seen it be stuck on worse, where I have like one eye open and one like looking up or something. I played Shadow of Mordor. It was pretty good. Eternally silly, consistent, smug. Exactly. I can make it even smugger though. There we go. My eyebrows appear, so I look even more smug. That's some good smug right there. As for Shadow of War, I'm debating whether or not I should play it. I feel 15% more condescended, thanks. Anytime, Demura. Anytime, anytime. Honestly, some games are funny without the use of AI. Oh, I think the vast majority of them are good when they don't use AI. Holy crap, Poe has eyebrow. I do. But only when I'm making an expression. Like, if I'm sad. Or if I'm grossed out. So crazy how much it changes just by adding eyebrows. I think I would look good if I constantly had eyebrows, but I don't know. I kind of like it without it. Brings more attention to my beautiful eyes. She just got no nose or bottom teeth. I have bottom teeth, and I also have a nose. See? Do you see my tiny nose? Do you see the little shading right here? And the dot? Okay, my phone has calmed down now. Let me turn this back on. There we go. See? Look at my nose. Follow it with your eye. The nose. But look at, see? Bottom teeth. I told you I had them. I think Uni might be lacking bottom teeth, if I remember. Still no bottom teeth, they're right here! Oh. See? Isn't that just your mouth clipping through the tongue? What do you mean? No! They're white! See? No, I am not. Oh no, Uni's here still. Shit! Uni, wait, do you have bottom teeth? I remember there was like some Funa family member that was kind of lacking a bit in the teeth department. I thought it was you. But maybe I'm wrong. No, you're just a gaslighter, Snake Eye. You're just a gaslighter. I know your tricks. I'm gonna look up Uni now. I gotta confirm this with my own eyes. You're gonna need to send me a photo of yourself, Uni, proving it. Prove to me that you have bottom teeth. I won't be like Snake Guy, though. I won't gaslight you. I gotta boot up now and prove my bottom teeth innocence. That's right, it's guilty until proven innocent. If it helps, Torin keeps their mouth eternally closed. That's true. Torin right now doesn't have any tongue or any teeth at all, for that matter. I don't gaslight, though. That's exactly what a gaslighter would say. Ken doesn't have bottom teeth either. Sag. I don't know, Kendra, do you have bottom teeth? Because I definitely do. I gaslight. Yeah. I like to do a little bit of gaslighting myself. Also a little bit of gatekeeping as well, for good measure. Yeah. But of course, girl bossing. Oh, Uni sent me some proof! Photographic evidence! Let me get this up. What do you guys think? Is that enough bottom teeth? She definitely has side teeth. I think it counts. I think that there's enough bottom teeth there to say that counts. She might not have as much as I do, but she has some. She don't got a nose either. Cute. Do you have like a noseless fetish or something, Snake Guy? Because we definitely have noses. They're just small and petite. Also Unipog. Yes, she gets to stay here. I don't know, where do I want to put her? I want her to be facing me. But I also don't want her to be taking over my tag section. There we go, it's mirrored Uni. Kind of cursed. Poneko, you guys have non-noses. I'm not a fan of mouth udders? Is that what people call them now? Ew! Ew! Oh my god, I hate that. I don't know. I personally like having mouth udders. They make me be able to talk and chew things. And also they're shiny. You're just missing out. Mewing tongue. I wish I could stick out my tongue. Like all the other cool VTubers do. Unfortunately, my rigging was done, I think, before that tech was announced. But there's only a few situations where I'd use it. When I'm being especially crazy. You know? Nose is so small, I confused it for an atom. My magnifying glass, I can't even see it. Oh my god, Cooler Soup. You were not lying about being a gaslighter. My whole chat, just full of gaslighters. The only one who I can trust in here is Uni. And probably Kendra. Maybe Sarah too, on a good day. Except you? What? I can't even trust Kendra now? Oh no, you're saying except you in terms of that you aren't a gaslighter. Okay, good. Good. I was scared that even Kendra wasn't on my side anymore. At least you definitely have more stuff compared to Uni. Well, I do have pangs. But Uni has wings though, so she has more than me in that department. She also has like some other extra stuff too. She has a horn. I don't have that. So, you know, we all have our strengths and our weaknesses. Don't worry, Kendra's just a sassy chihuahua. She has a dot, that's her nose. Yeah. Listen to Caleb, he's my mod. He knows the truth. Oh. Makes me happy seeing a little Uni on my screen. Uni needs to come back so she can stream with me. I want to have her on my screen for real. For reals. This time. Oh, speaking of the parasocial game though, because I was playing it on stream earlier, I feel like that game's cursed. You know, my whole entire wall went out when I was playing it. It wasn't really that fun. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna uninstall it. Because we already saw how that went the first time. And I think I'm gonna play another spooky game for Halloween. You know, you guys got to eat really well with the Ao Oni. So I want to do something sort of fun like that again. I'm not a dog, I'm a fairy. And I'm a cat. In case anybody was curious or confused about that. Anyways, I feel like my throat's kind of hurting a little bit. I haven't been super busy today, but it's feeling a bit rough. So I'm thinking I'm going to end it here, but I hope that you guys had fun talking and chatting and hanging out. I'm hoping to probably stream on Sunday. As you guys know, I am going to be getting that procedure done, so my face might hurt to move, you know. I'm a little bit worried about that, so we're going to play it by ear. Just depending on how I'm feeling on Saturday, I should be able to give you guys a straight answer on that day. But if we do not get to hang out that day, I'll definitely try and make up for it later on in the week when my face is feeling less awful and peely and scaly and bad. So, if I don't get to see you guys, I'm gonna give you two. Actually, no, I should give you 3 Pomodachi Prides because I wasn't able to say it the last time because of the power going out. So, let me just get revved up and ready to say. I'm gonna take a drink of water so I can do it. Meowdy Raddashi! It's okay, you're not super late. My throat is just hurting, so I'm wanting to end it a bit earlier than usual. Okay. We just... I gotta get all 3 out, so I'm preparing myself mentally. Preparing my voice a little bit. Doing a warm-up. Okay. Pomodachi Pride! Pomodachi Pride! Pomodachi Pride! Thank you guys for coming on out! I hope that you had fun! Pomodachi Pride, everybody! Good night!